Tonight on DC News Now.
This is a very important piece of legislation. It funds the government, of course, until March of 2025.
A new agreement to keep the government funded. We break down what is and what isn't in the bill. Air travel picking up this weekend with the holidays quickly approaching. We're live at Reagan National.
Hi, everyone. As we head into your weekend, bitter cold temperatures. Let's talk more about it coming up.
An offensive social media post and a substitute teacher fired. The video, a mom says that a teacher posted of her son and why she's now considering legal action.
There's way too many Timothys in the hospital.
Santa making a special visit to a Maryland hospital. How he's showing appreciation for hospital workers this holiday season. We begin with breaking news tonight on Capitol Hill. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9. I'm Chris Flanagan. Susan Tran has the night off. A live look tonight at Capitol Hill, where just a few hours ago, the House approved a short-term spending bill that would keep the government open. Now, this comes just one day after a bill backed by President-elect Trump failed. Now, that deal included an increase to the debt ceiling. Tonight's bill largely reflects yesterday's failed version minus the debt ceiling increase. Democrats overwhelmingly sided with Republicans to get it passed with a vote 366 to 34. Now, there's 34 dissenting votes actually coming from Republicans. Now, the move to keep the government funded avoids almost certain disruptions to flights over the holiday travel rush and federal employees working without pay. But the bill still needs to be approved by the Senate and President Biden's signature. DC News Now weekend anchor Ben Dennis breaking it all down for what it means for all of us everyday people. And Ben, once it gets to the president's desk, he is poised to sign it.
Indeed, it's got to go through the legislature all the way to the executive. But for the White House, President Biden saying he supports the latest bill to fund the government, though disappointed several provisions backed by Democrats were left out. But there's still work to be done on Capitol Hill for the many federal workers and holiday travelers in the DMV, though. A sigh of relief tonight.
The bill is passed, and without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
A shutdown likely avoided a deal to fund the federal government until March, only coming in the 11th hour Friday and before a congressional holiday break. A majority of Republicans and all but one Democrat banded together, though 34 members of the GOP rejected the bill. An overwhelming approval in a Republican House, but not without members of the GOP and Democrats getting frustrated with the process.
It's embarrassing.
One of the frustrations I have with my own side is to negotiate with ourselves.
We've ended up in a pretty good place, but this can never happen again.
The delay coming in part after President-elect Trump wanted to get rid of the debt ceiling, yet Congress excluded that from the bill. Elon Musk tried to make influences too. What ended up inside? $100 billion for disaster aid, many going to impacts of hurricanes this fall, plus money for rural farmers, as well as over $100 million to remain available to help Baltimore rebound from the Key Bridge collapse, though signaling more money will be needed to rebuild. What's left out of the bill? D.C. getting the RFK Stadium site in exchange for their Air National Guard unit going to Maryland. The White House saying, while it does not include everything we sought, President Biden supports moving this legislation forward and ensuring that the vital services the government provides for hardworking Americans.
And having gotten this done now as the last order of business for the year, we are set up for a big and important new start in January.
When Republicans take the White House, the Senate, and the House. Well, tonight, D.C. Delegate Eleanor Holmes Norton issuing a statement saying, in part, quote, while I'm disappointed that the House passed version of the resolution here did not contain the RFK bill, I'm hopeful that D.C. will eventually get control of the land and transform it from crumbling blight to a productive and bustling complex that will generate significant revenue for the nation's capital. And about that decision to not include the RFK Stadium transfer over to the district, Republican leadership says they hope that issue will be brought up at the start of next year. Meantime, the current funding bill now heads to the U.S. Senate. Chris?
All right, where is expected to pass pretty easily. Ben Dennis live in studio. Ben, thanks. And avoiding a shutdown, that is key for so many travelers. With Christmas and Hanukkah now just days away. A live look tonight at the Kennedy Center and Reagan National in the background there, where there are hundreds of delays today and into tonight. That's where we find DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg at the airport. So, Daniel, what's the mood like there tonight?
Well, Chris, travelers generally
pretty high spirits today, excited to get where they are going. But as you said, there have been a lot of delays. Even at this late hour, you can see 2 cancellations in Boston and just a whole host of delays. A lot of people concerned about that government shutdown, especially those TSA officers. During one of the busiest times for travel, a looming government shutdown could spell trouble for federal workers at the airport, from the air traffic controllers to TSA officers screening passengers.
They might choose to work without pay, which is, a bit of a hardship for them. A lot of folks have to make ends meet during the holidays.
For most people traveling, holiday celebrations are on the horizon.
I'm excited.
Very excited. I want to go back to warm weather.
I found her.
Even Buddy the Elf making an appearance.
Had to come pick up my lovely wife. Came in from Florida.
I don't know this guy. Help.
While many are having fun and reuniting with family, it's not lost on Vikram Sinha that federal workers could be in jeopardy, even in the Midwest.
In Washington, D.C., a lot of folks rely on government working directly. But then when we go to Missouri as well, there's going to be impacts there.
With the U.S. House passing a deal to avert a government shutdown, there's optimism.
Yes, that's awesome. Okay, that's a good thing.
Yes.
And I'm excited for travel, I'm excited for families, and I'm excited for our country.
As the news of the likely passage of this bill by the Senate is here, it is good news for those working at the airport and, frankly, a lot of people, federal workers in D.C. We're live at Reagan National Airport. Daniel Hamburg, D.C. News Now.
A lot of people breathing a big sigh of relief tonight so far. Daniel Hamburg live out DCA. Daniel, thank you. And hopefully weather won't be a problem for anyone flying out or in tomorrow, Janessa.
I'm just thinking about the defrosting situation with the cold temperatures, right? And so no precip on the table for tomorrow. So that's the beneficial news. Let's look at all this clearing that's happening. This is a live look out towards DCA. And so things are starting to clear out. And we're going to sit under mostly clear skies tomorrow across most of the DMV. A few clouds lingering in tomorrow afternoon, but all in all, it should be a wall-to-wall sunshine day. 29 right now for Kaiser and the Cumberland area, 33 for Culpeper, and up towards DC metro area and Baltimore County, 32 to about 29 degrees. Here's that exiting storm system. You do have snow currently falling out towards Boston, parts of New York City, and it's a good squall that's very pronounced for New York right now. And so flying up across the northeast, a little bit of trouble for tonight. Things are clearing out, but it does look like we have frost concerns already starting to kind of pop up across North and South Carolina as the temperatures continue to drop. There's no cloud coverage at this point, and so winds are going to start to stir up as well, and that's why we have a big wind chill issue going into your Saturday along with Sunday. So things are drying out. We'll go mostly to clear skies as you're kicking off your Saturday. Have more of your weekend forecast coming up.
All right, Janessa, we'll see you then. Meanwhile, developing tonight at 9, a Charles County, Maryland Sheriff's deputy shoots a person in White Plains. It happened on Tottenham Drive. We're told that person was taken to the hospital with critical injuries. Now, the Sheriff's Office not sharing much more information than that, but do say the Maryland Independent Investigations Division will look into the shooting. We'll bring you the latest information as it comes here into our newsroom. Meanwhile, D.C. police are searching for the gunman who shot a man in the Shaw neighborhood today. It happened just before 9 this morning on 7th Street in Northwest. The man who was shot took himself to the hospital. The gunman then took off in a burgundy colored car with a wreath on the grill. Now, if you spot it, you're asked to call police. And D.C. man already serving time for killing a swim coach 7 years ago was convicted this week of more charges tied to that case, including kidnapping and racketeering. Christopher Green was convicted of shooting and killing Zon Scott during an attempted robbery in Eastern Market back in 2017. The feds say Green was part of a criminal organization in D.C. and in Prince George's County that made money through armed robberies. He'll be sentenced in March. And a heads up, especially if you have a plane to catch. Some metro stations will close for maintenance for several days that started today. So now through Thursday, December 26th, there's no Orange Line service between Clarendon and Federal Triangle, no Blue Line service between Foggy Bottom and downtown Largo, and no Silver Line service between Foggy Bottom and Federal Triangle. Then from Friday, December 27th through Monday, December 30th, there's no Orange Line service between Clarendon and Federal Center, no Blue Line between Foggy Bottom and downtown Largo, and the Silver Line won't be running between Foggy Bottom and Federal Center. Now, free shuttle buses will replace trains, but riders, you should give yourselves plenty of extra time if you're heading out. And Metro also announcing its holiday schedule. Trains and buses will run modified service for Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, and New Year's Day. Now, on New Year's Eve, fares will be free after 8 at night. Metro trains will run until 2 in the morning. You can head to DCNewsNow.com for more information. In Maryland, Santa Claus taking a quick time out of his really busy schedule to visit a hospital in Prince George's County. DC News Now Skylar Salas shows us how he went to new heights to spread some holiday cheer.
The University of Maryland Medical Center got a special surprise as they watched Santa, with the help of the Prince George's County Police Department, scale down the side of the hospital.
The plan was I had my sleigh and I was going to take a chimney, but there's way too many chimneys in the hospital. So I asked for help from the emergency services team from the police department, and they were able to come down and help me set up and rappel down the building here. So.
For the last several years, the department has used this as a way to spread holiday cheer in days leading up to Christmas.
We don't always have the opportunity to showcase our commitment and dedication to the to the community. So we look forward to these opportunities where we can come out here and share this experience with the community.
And as they stopped and showed their appreciation for the hospital workers, they also instilled back into the community that they will be making sure everyone is safe going into the holidays.
We want to let you know that we're out here. We have your back. You can always call us, and we're just happy to help you.
In Largo, Maryland, Skylar Salas, DC News Now.